mainstream Matt Dillahunty that we all know about. So I don't know what Matt Dillahunty you're talking about. Dillahunty. Hey, I'm Matt Dillahunty. Matt Dillahunty.
Date now.
Let's see. Can we get a rap song out of that? Give me my bananas. Give me my wee-wees. I'm Matt Dillahunty. Hey, I'm Matt Dillahunty. Hey, give me my bananas. Give me my trees. I'm about to climb up while you skis. I'm looking for them hot babes with bananas between their legs. I'm Matt Dillahunty. Say it with me. Say my name, Matt Dillahunty. Woo, woo, ee, ee. Matt Dillahunty. Where's the beat at? That's way too slow. Way too slow. Matt Dillahunty, you climbed up in that tree. What you doing up there? Why you scared? Why you running from every debate that you counter now? You ran from Andrew and from me. Matt Dillahunty, you like them female monkeys with them bananas between them trees, hanging down. Upside down frown, that's a smile. Matt Dillahunty, what you doing to me? Ooh, 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 ooh. Climbing up that tree. Matt and a female male monkey climbed up a tree, KSSING, and doing much more and worse than that. Matt Dillahunty, he. Matt Dillahunty, he. Give me a na-na-na. Na-na-na. One more big na-na-na. Cause my name is Matt Dillahunty. But I say it's not a banana. I say it's a JJ. That reminds me of Jay. He beat me in a debate. Matt Dillahunty. Matt Dillahunty, what happened to you, baby? I thought you was all about reason and you was all about science. But now you're saying all kind of bunch of nonsense. Na 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 na. Banana na 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 na. I like that one. Y'all like the Matt Dillahunty song? Clip that, baby. Clip that. Let's see what Matt Dillahunty thinks about that beautiful rendition. That was fire. Sometimes they just happen. I have no idea what song's popping up. So that's a Matt Dillahunty song right there. Thank you for the super chats. Guys, support the channel via super chats. We're going to have fun today. That was a little bit of a warm up. Again, because of where we're going, dude. Man, we're going to about, it's not the lowest level of hell. Down in that ice cold koozie beer cooler with where Satan is at the bottom of Dante's Inferno. We're going to about the 7th layer of hell. Okay. So prepare yourself. Before we get there, though, there was a couple clips I didn't get to last week. I'm still feeling like I'm in a singing mood though. I don't know. I feel like we need to sing a little bit more. What was that? That's just, it's not actually sage, but it's some kind of pseudo sage. Bought it at the hippie store, at the fake corporate hippie store. Speaking of fake corporate hippie stores, before we had Earthbound and all the fake corporate hippie stores, we had a 90s and 2000s phase of fake corporate rebellion stores, which I actually think are a big part of how things have gotten so gross and insane. And of course, speaking of Hot Topic. So we're going to investigate some of the ethos, some of the vibe, the milieu of Hot Topic, and all of that nastiness. When we look at some of these 2000s era bands, because they're getting on my nerves. And I feel like everything that's about 20 years old makes a comeback. You know what I mean? Like a few years ago, it was about 20, 25 years since the 90s. And so we had a lot of house music make a comeback. Everywhere you go, hip restaurants that charge you $500 for appetizers, you would hear house music. And I'm thinking, is this the 90s? What's going on? Now, I like house music, so it didn't bother me. But I'm afraid it's about time for the next cycle to reappear, which I'm not anticipating with any joy at all. And that's the return of the 2000s era ballad band music of radio fame. Remember that horrible stuff? It's coming back. No. I wish it was Oasis coming back. People in the chat are misunderstanding. No. Late 90s, over into like 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got this awful vomiting out of. We got Disturbed. We got Nickelback. We got Train, Stained. Freaking one I totally forgot. Let the bodies hit the floor. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to analyze some of those videos because we haven't analyzed music videos. I don't know how I've overlooked this. I've meant to. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, we'll do that soon. And then I keep forgetting. So there's this whole domain of music videos that I've completely forgotten to analyze. I don't know how I forgot all this, but we're going to try it. And this is all in preparation for the full descent into Hades, which unfortunately, you're not going to believe where we're going. Do y'all want Return of the Mac? Or do you want How Dare You Stain? So we got, I don't even know what to call it. I just call it Hot Topic rock, dude. This is like remember all the dudes with gauges in their ear? And it was always some fat atheist dude with a gauge in his ear who was just basically worked at Hot Topic and at Starbucks and at every other freaking store you went to. It was like the same fat dude at every store. And every time you see him, he's got a new gauge in his ear. Skillet is actually not that bad because I've actually seen Skillet twice. Have to admit. Everybody wants Return of the Mac over the Alex song. If y'all want it, here we go. I was really getting into that Matt Dillahunty song. I would have to clip that. By the way, everybody told me, I got many messages saying, thank you for putting Return of the Mac into my head all week. You're welcome. But, this is an empowering song. Shout out to my people. This is an empowering song. So, when it comes to style, like I told y'all, I only wear FUBU jeans, strictly, only, for us, by us, and I only play, ever in my car, Mac Morrison. This is the only song you ever hear, ever. Ever since this came out, this is really the only song I've ever played. This and the Alex Jones song. So, you guys are lucky. Welcome. try to tell you so, but I guess you didn't know. As the saddest story goes, baby, now I got the flow, 'cause I knew it from the start. Baby, when you broke my heart, that I had to come again and show you that I'm real. You lied to me. All those times I said that I love you, you lied to me. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. You lied to me. Even though you know I die for you. You lied to me. Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried. Here it is. Come on. Oh my gosh. Here I am. Once again. Top of the world. Here I go. So I'm back up in the game. Running things to take my swing. Letting all the people know that I'm back to run the show. 'Cause of what they did, you know, was wrong. And of all the nasty things you've done, baby. Listen carefully. While I sing my comeback song. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me. All this pain you said I never feel. You lied to me. But I do. Come on. Hold on. Don't you know? Oh, a little girl wants my pearl. Up and down, round and round. Yes? Oh, I'm not worried. You lied to me, 'cause she said she'd never turn on me. You lied to me, but you did. All this pain you said I'd never feel. But I do. Here it is. Come on. Oh my gosh. Here I am. Alright, that's enough of that. Look, you're getting free hits today. I mean, come on. The hits are just flowing for free. And we've had like 3 super chats. What's up? You're saying, what is wrong with this man? How does this man do this? It's called chalk.com, bro. Have you not heard? Has it not been told to you? Has it not reached the Forest Isles? Chalk.com. Head on over to chalk.com. Use the promo code J50 to get 50% off that amazing Tomcat Ali. Now, all right. So we got our Return of the Mac today. Before we get into the madness, let's kick it off with a clip here. 2 clips. So first, I want to hear. People are going crazy. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. I know the spiritual stuff. We know the spiritual stuff, but people in the past have gone crazy, and they haven't gone crazy the crazy way. They're going crazy today. That almost sounded like a new song. Anyway, so I've been thinking through a lot of these possibilities: toxic food, toxic culture, toxic water, literally, toxic everything. Somebody showed me a clip of somebody boiling Wonder Bread and plastics coming out of it. Maybe it's fake, I don't know. But people are eating plastics. Come on. Stuff is just going insane. And this reminds me of the whole discussion a few years ago of no internal monologue. And this has fascinated me. I've never really done a good deep dive on this because it's just blowing my mind. Like, how do people not have an internal monologue? I just don't know what to say about this. So First, we're going to listen to this, which was a news article that came up about this, and I'm going to comment on it, and then we're going to listen to Sam talk about it, and then we're going to do some more commenting. So let's see what this article was saying the other day. Supposedly now, not just the proof of no monologue, but what is it actually like? Let's see what Tim Pool says.
That a study was done that found that only around 26% of people have what's described as an inner monologue. This
is crazy. Okay, now first of all, I don't know what Bustle's study capabilities are, of how legitimate this study is. I mean, maybe it's just a bunch of crap. Who knows? But I mean, it's more and more seeming to be the case that people are they're one nugget short of a nugget pack. Whatever, however many comes in a 12, 6. I don't even remember what you get in a nasty ass nugget pack. But people are freaking 5 chicken nuggets short of a chicken nugget pack, dude. Right? So this percentage is like blowing my mind.
Story that's been making the rounds quite a bit, and I'd like to weigh in on this because I find it very fascinating. Bustle, as well as many other outlets, have written stories about what it's like to not have an internal monologue. Let me start.
This is what I want to know. Okay, I want to figure this out. How could this? What are these people doing? They don't think. Are they thinking? I don't understand. Like how do you not have an inner monologue? Like what do you? If you, I don't know. Are you watching a TV show, Netflix? What do these people do all day? How do you watch something and not think about it? It's just, I can't fathom this.
A lot of people are going around saying NPCs are real. If you're not familiar with the concept of an NPC, I will tell you it's a non-player character. When you play a video game, let's say Mario Brothers, the original Mario, because most people can understand what Mario is. You've seen it. You're a little Italian plumber, and you control him. You can make him jump, and you can make him punch bricks. I always thought that was really funny that Mario punches bricks, but he does. When he jumps, his fist is above his head, and he bashes the bricks, and, mushrooms come out. What an odd game. The story is actually pretty crazy. Apparently, the bricks are blocked. They were people that were turned into bricks. I'm not.
Well, thank you, Tim, for telling us the Mario busts bricks, but I didn't actually know that they were people. This is weird.
Kidding. He's bashing them open to collect items that could help him on his journey. Anyway. When you're playing Mario, you know that Mario, he's a player character.
Dude, what would happen if you bashed open a so-called NPC, right? You would get like, what would come out of them? Funko Pops, microplastics? Like what would actually happen if you did this? Thank you. Could I have a double shot, please?
You are the force behind Mario. You press right, he goes right. You press left, he goes left. You press A, he jumps. You hold B, he runs. But you know that the turtle guys, the Koopas, there's no one playing them. But they move left and right too. Some of them even jump. Those are non-player characters. They are characters in the game you can interact with, but they're not players, and there's nothing behind them but program. That's what many people say about those with...
Does the Timcast audience not know what this phrase means? Are they not familiar with Mario Brothers?
No internal monologue. And now the argument is, let me pull up the tweet from Raw Egg Nationalist. He tweeted, if you ever struggle to understand what...
Yeah, I'm not hating on anybody's podcast. I'm not dissing Tim Pool. I'm just saying that I just thought that was funny. Like we'd make jokes here. I don't know if people think that, oh, he made a joke, he must hate that dude. Like, we're in this climate now where people make any jokes, any impression, oh, he must hate that person. No, I'm just joking around. It's just a funny comment. And yeah, I had a great comment, or a great episode of Timcast. We went pretty deep into World Economic Forum and all that jazz.
Things are the way
talking
they
all
are.
that jazz.
Why life is so terribly frustrating. Remember that 50% of the population don't even have an inner monologue, and they get to vote too. Well, I showed a study that I have the story from IFL Science. People with no internal monologue explain what it's like in their head. And in this excerpt, it says subjects experienced themselves as inwardly talking to themselves in 26% of all samples. But there were large individual differences. Some subjects never experienced inner speech. In as many as 75% of samples, the median percentage across subjects was 20%. Now, the numbers varied. Some say 30, some say 20, some say 50. But the point is this. You'll notice in many of these stories about internal monologue, they are all framed as though it is shocking to not have one. What does that mean? If the reality is half of all people do not think inwardly in words to themselves, and even as high as 74% do not, why would the media frame things as though it is shocking to discover? Certainly half to the majority of people, they would be writing stories titled, "Here's what it's like to think in words in your mind." Because if you were in the minority position, you'd imagine that the news outlets would be shocked to find that there are a certain subset of people that actually think in language and words in their own mind. But this presents an interesting circumstance, an interesting reality. The people who are writing articles, who are in control of media, tend to have an inner monologue. I don't know what that means, but it means that the bias is in.
So he's just talking about how the so-called journalist class, right, apparently does have an inner monologue. Maybe. I'm wondering, but I mean, even that class of people, I wonder about them. Like, really? Do they? I mean, I guess to write articles, you kind of have to have. Well, this raises an interesting question I don't know the answer to. Like, so he keeps saying in terms of thinking in language. And I'm wondering, well, do I always think in language? Sometimes I do. I mean, I do have thoughts that are kind of a running word process, you could say. But also my thought process happens to oftentimes be a lot of visual imagery. I remember what the page of the book looked like. I remember where it was on the page. I remember what this or that thing looked like. Or I remember the sound, and I recall the actual, like I play a clip of the song in my head or something. So I don't always think in language, but I think concepts kind of work this way. But I'm wondering if maybe it has to do with like maybe certain areas of the brain that aren't developed or were targeted by toxins in the food, the water, etc., that maybe stunt the development of that cortex or whatever. The prefrontal lobe. That is the prefrontal lobe. But people love saying these body and brain terms like they know, like every nerd on the internet, every dork on the internet loves to quote like sciencey terms like they know what they're talking about. And a lot of them will repeat the same phrases. Like you'll hear a phrase that's used by somebody online, and you notice how then a bunch of other people start using it. And they're all just trying to sound smart, especially like the media journalism class. I'm not talking about Tim Pool. I'm talking about, for example, and it's even cliche phrases too. Like you'll hear somebody use it, and then, like pariah. I remember like last year, like one person said, "Oh, this is a pariah," and I'm like, and then you hear all of these media talking head pundits are suddenly saying pariah to sound smart. Like, oh, that is actually because of the lack of development in the prefrontal lobe. Oh, I didn't know you took brain classes. Oh, you're a neurobiological man now, Mr. Blue Check person. No, you're just repeating some bullshit that you think sounds smart. I remember, and it's not even like fancy brain terms or biology terms or whatever, physiognomy terms. Like, I remember like there was this weird period, and this might have to do with talking points or something. Remember when like a couple years ago, all the media, like all the news outlets, they were all talking about reading the tea leaves. Well, blah, 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 reading the tea leaves. And it's like, why are all of the, even local news, Fox News, pundits are all reading the tea leaves all of a sudden? Anyway, that's just a side rant.
Favor of the minority. Now, if it's 50-50, then it's not so much, but the bias is still in favor of those with an inner monologue are likely to be in positions of narrative, be it Timcast or be it Bustle or any other news outlet. Because the narrative is always framed as though it's shocking that some people don't have an internal monologue. You understand what I'm saying? What this says to me is people with an internal monologue have are more likely to wield influence. And that's a fact based on these stories. It also says to me that maybe the NPC thing is real. But I do have a simpler explanation for it that I think is less biased. You see, the people who think to themselves with their inner monologue, which is probably many of you, including myself, tend to view themselves as superior. Why, anyone who does not is an NPC. Yeah.
Let's unpack this. I did a whole post on that. Remember when they were coming up with like every shit libs article title, and it was always blah 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 blah. And here's why that's a good thing. And we were coming up with like me and Frank were coming up with easily replicable shit lib article titles. It's really fun to do that. This right-wing supremacist has decided that touching butts is not that bad. And here's why we need to listen to him. You know what I mean? Like, you could do variations on it, right? Trump just passed the no cornball law in Montana. Trump just passed the no corn law. And here's why that's a good thing, right? And you're like, well, you're a shitlib. How could that be a good thing? So let's unpack this exactly. What's some of these other sued phrases? Sued phrases, right? It's all the phrases that midwits repeat to sound like they're like these internet intellectuals. A lot of the talking head, the Con Inc. people, they do the same thing, right? The Con Inc. people do this a lot where they repeat phrases that make them sound smart. I was watching some woman, I forget her name, talking about the Fuego stuff with Jeremy Boring and Fuego and and then this talking head commentator woman sitting in like a fancy set, and everything she was saying was completely ridiculous. I don't remember who it was. I'm not being mean to her, but it's like, why are we supposed to think this person has any insight whatsoever? Just some random blonde chick sitting on a couch talking. And what they do, here's the weird thing. Tim at least gives an analysis, right? A lot of these talking head people, they will explain the article or explain the events, and it's not even an analysis. They just kind of tell you what happened. Or like when Ben Shapiro watches TikToks, and then he just describes the TikTok and tells you, like, it's like they don't even do anything. It's like, what? It's not entertaining. It's like news reporting the bare facts on TikTok videos, which are not newsworthy. They're literally only worth making fun of. But what I'm saying, basically all I'm saying when I'm rambling here is like, I think a lot of the damn journalists and alt media people are the freaking three letters that we're talking about here.
I don't buy that. I think it's actually a bit more simple than that. There are varying degrees of cognitive function, and some people think in images. Some people think in amorphous, abstract ways that don't require words.
Well, I think in all of them, so that makes me the ultimate superior. I'm damn Yakub, dude. We're all trying to figure out who Yakub is. Right? Look at this. No, not that Yakub. Damn, Yakub, Hebrew Israelite, dummy. Come on now. So we're all been trying to figure out who Yakub truly is. What's the damn angel? Where I need the big old brother with the big old head. Where's he at? I thought his name was Yakub. This bro, right here. Yes. We're all trying to figure out who the Giga Chad brain is. It's me. That's a spitting image of me right there, dude. I'm damn Yakub. You all trying to figure it out. Tim Cass trying to figure it out. Because he said if you think in images and if you think in words and if you think in deep abstract things, you're the ultimate non-NPC. Well, look at the size of that dude's brain. Pretty much spitting image of me. Therefore, we have all figured out who the superior being is. It is Yakub, and I am Yakub. I is Kangs. Okay? It's no I was Kangs. No we was. I is Kangs. Where's my clip at? I lost my Tim clip.
And one could actually argue that if you do not have an inner monologue, you can react more quickly. While others actually have written stories saying they react much more slowly as their brain struggles to process information. They don't communicate to themselves. I want to read this a little bit for you to give you a general idea of what is being explained. But
by the way, I just remembered, people have forgotten this. I forgot this. Do you guys remember? We got a few obscure longtime fans ago. Remember Andy Worski, years ago, had me on to debate a Hebrew Israelite dude. I totally forgot this. And everybody's forgotten that I wore an afro wig to debate him. The entire debate, I wear an afro wig. We need to find this thing. Right? I thought it was all hilarious. I thought it was super funny. The problem is, though, when somebody said, hey, wait, is that being gracist? Are you being gracist by wearing that wig? I said, hell no, dude. I'm Bob Ross. You're the gracist. You thought I was some other kind of person. Are you saying that Bob Ross is gracist by having his wig? Does anybody remember that debate with the We Was Kangs dude? Yeah. See, we got people in the chat that remember it. We need to find that old Worski blood sports debate with that. That dude was wild. He was wild, boy. Buck wild.
And I'll give you my breakdown, but let me give you some context. Bustle writes, take a second to sit in silence. Is there chatter inside your head, or is it relatively quiet in there? There's a conversation making its way around TikTok about this inner voice, or lack thereof. Some people have a chatty internal monologue that narrates their life, while others have a quiet, serene inner landscape. The folks with the internal monologue simply cannot imagine not having one, and vice versa. I will tell you this. There is not...
If you have a lot of internal monologues, you a damn MK Ultra, alternate personality, MPDDID, right? By the way, you could support the stream via Super Chats. Use the Super Chat function right there and support the stream. We got a couple Super Chats. I'll read one right here. Let's see. Going back. No, that's Carbohydrate Lofton. No. Mark says for $10. You should check out the stream of the channel Islamic Origins. They have a series called Iran's Poison Arrow. It was interesting, along with the history of MHMD. I guess that's Muhammad without O's and stuff and A's. You don't need to read this on stream. Oops. It's a good resource for a historical critique of Islam. Well, why wouldn't I read that on stream? Cards $1.69. I'm a fellow primate. I do not appreciate the way that you are mocking fellow primate Matt Dillahunty. Oh, damn. If y'all missed my improv song that just sprung from the depths of my inner monologue, a la what Tim was describing, then you can rewind. You can back it up, 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 and listen to my Matt Dillahunty song. It just came out of my soul, bro. Don't ask me where it comes from. Drix, $3. What's the Orthodox view on Christians having a demon? I don't know. I mean, I think we can be demonically oppressed, and if we give ourselves over to more and more evil, then presumably you could be possessed. There are deliverance ministries. See, I think a lot of these deliverance ministries are a bunch of con men, too. I'm skeptical of Bob Ross and deliverance ministry. I'm not saying everybody's a con man. I'm just saying, like, I have no way to know, like, who in those domains is con men and who aren't. Just watch the documentary Marjo, right? Because it's about that. Deliverance ministries make the claim that the early church taught that you could have a demon if you were quote a Christian. I mean, that seems possible, yeah, because you can leave the faith, and if you leave the faith and become a Satanist, I guess you could, right? Onyx, $5. This is a banger, Jay. He's talking about my song. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes the hits just roll, bro. I don't know. They just roll out on me.
A waking moment of my life, there is not high intensity language blasting through my brain. And if you're wondering why it is that I talk so fast, it's because the narration in my mind is probably at 5 to 10 times verbal communication speed.
Yeah, that happens to me. I can empathize with this because a lot of times if you watch older debates, I'm a lot more stumbly in my words. And that's because I'm thinking faster than I'm talking. And also, you have to do a lot of talking to get your talking catching up to the brain, I've noticed. So even though I still make mistakes when I talk and do live streams and whatnot with us, and I still do that. It's very difficult to completely stop doing that. It's a lot better than if you listen to my podcast when I was starting out doing this stuff, like 7, 8, 10 years ago. They're pretty rough, right? I can't listen to it. I'm like, oh, turn that. This dude sounds like he sounds retorted. Turn him off. Ugh. Right? Look at it. This is a Yakub dome right here. Look at it's even got a halo around it. It's a Yakub halo dome. Halo, halo. Is that a Rihanna song? Rihanna's singing about me, bro. Driana was singing about me.
So I can simplify this very simply. If you've ever heard me do that rapid fire pitch at the end of Timcast IRL, where I talk as quickly as possible.
The other thing that happens too, by the way, is talking fast is not always an indicator of an intelligent person. I mean, sometimes it is. But I also, in my own experience, my speed of talk and delivery is going to sometimes be dependent on my mood that day. Like, have I had 5 espressos, right? Shout out to St. Michael Church that gave me this. If I have had enough sufficient sleep, and if I have had enough sufficient espressos, I will talk fast. Even in a debate, I'll be fast. But sometimes I'm slow. I'm like, what the heck? So I was trying to debate a Muslim the other day, and I just woke up, and I was out of it. So there's different reasons why you could talk fast or slow, and not everybody that talks fast, like Destiny, is necessarily that intelligent. Sometimes talking fast can be a technique, a debate trick, to just talk over everybody and to deflect and talk about a million other dumb things to get away from the actual point or the area where you've been pinned down. Okay. I noticed this about Destiny frickin' 6-7 years ago when he would come on Warski streams. But people fall for tricks and dazzling whatever. And that dude's definitely fabulously dazzling.
And I say, become a member at tipcast.com, sign up, join our, blah, 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 blah. You get the point. That is slower than I think things. The inner monologue that I have is speaking faster than physical.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people in the audience are saying, like, yeah, exactly. Just talking fast. I think that can actually be a technique for appearing smarter than you actually are. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that about Tim Pool. I'm not dissing Tim. I'm just saying this clip is relevant to a lot of experiences and people I've noticed. Yeah, Ben Shapiro talks fast. I don't think Ben Shapiro is a bad debater. I think he's actually a pretty good debater if you look at the exchange that he had with Alex O'Connor. And so that's why I was asking Ben Shapiro to debate, is that, like, at a certain point, like, don't you want to have an exchange with somebody who actually has some good arguments? I mean, is it not boring to have constantly low-hanging fruit debates with college-level retort people. I mean, everybody can own college idiots all day long who are brainwashed, but seems to me, I don't know, like maybe at a certain point you'd want to have an actual, but I don't think so because, again, like what would Destiny or Ben Shapiro have to gain from an actual debate where you get some real pushback and not just I don't know, not just exchanging like monkey sounds with a monkey person, you know, like Matt Dillahunty.
My mouth can actually iterate. This is easily proven by the fact that I can talk as fast as I can. Or at the very least, I can say this. You know that my brain processes...
So basically, Tim's saying what I'm getting at here, right? Like just talking fast, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're intelligently interacting with topics. I mean, maybe you are, but it's not necessary. Plus, I've known really intelligent, super smart people who sit and think on things and don't just immediately verbally machine gun diarrhea all of their thoughts to try to sound smart. I mean, I've known people that are very quiet and reflective who are super smart. So,
hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Big Wireless has once again raised their prices. In response,
says words at least as quickly as I am speaking them. And there are many people who are faster than I am who talk really, really fast. And it's because language processing is really, really quick. I'm not saying this to say that I'm better or worse than anyone else.
I mean, has Tim just figured out that maybe Tim figured this out and that's why he has a huge audience, is that everybody is completely dumb and like they can't even read the article, so they need Tim to explain step by step what the article is saying. Again, I'm not dissing Tim. I'm saying like maybe it's just the public in general is like just. I mean, if 75% of the public's NPCs, as this article claims, right?
It just means that language processes very quickly. I'll get into all this, but let's read some more. They say, as someone with an inner monologue, I fall into the first group. My inner voice mulls over problems, narrates my day, assesses situations as they're happening, pulls up funny memories, and it's been that way forever. That's me, the person who talks out loud. And then there's the other me, that little voice that exists behind my eyeballs. My inner monologue is where I like.
That's me. That's me, the boy with the broken halo, and that's me. And that's me. Devil won't let me be. Infection. No, net infection. That sounds like some Johnny Mnemonic level right there. $5. Hello, Jay Dyer. Thank you for good and great insights on topic. This sounds like a AI joke. Please continue to post human things on HumanTube. I am definitely human. Refrain from associating us to NPCs. It hurt feelings. So there's an AI. So the AI likes me. The AI knows I know what's up. Just chat to me. Shout out to Net Infection AI. LH, $3. Have you heard of Christian Prince? Yes, he has shared my previous Muslim debates on his channel before. Do a live stream. He knows everything about Islam. Yes, he is very good at it. He has cost thousands to convert. Correct. I'm familiar with that. Jim Bob, thank you so much. He sends $25. We just did a great stream over on Jim Bob's channel. If you missed it, go and check that out after tonight's stream. Our fun stream here as we get through that. We haven't even gotten to the madness. You guys think dude, you don't even understand. We're just at like, we're at the first, like the outer top ring of Dante's Inferno, where the naked fornicators are going around in circles, okay? We're not even down to like level 3 or 4, and we're about to go to level 7 of hell if you're prepared. So I'm preparing you guys for it. We're just not there yet. Somebody else gave you a super chat, Jay. That means you've made it, Jim Bob. Yeah, shout out to our good bro made by Jim Bob. Go over to his channel and subscribe to Jim Bob. All right, let's get back to this because we got to move on to the next clip. We're going to not do a whole lot more of this, and then we'll move on to Sam talking about this as well.
Walk, go about daily life, and I'm pretty okay with that. It's what I'm used to. In fact, I don't know what else I'd do without her. I think it's weird to refer to yourself in a separate, in the third person, but I will also add, I think, therefore I am. This is what's fast.
Yeah, so people refer to the cogito, which basically proves nothing. I mean, it's like I'm not dissing anyone for citing the cogito. I mean, it's a famous philosophical thing, but the cogito is not a proof of anything. So I'm sorry to all the people like Trent Horn that think that it is a proof of something. It's not. And we've done many, many critiques of it. So anyway.
Fascinating to me. I think, therefore I am. If someone, I gotta play this clip for you guys. Let me play this clip for you guys. Nope, this is the wrong one. This is the wrong one. Where we go? Here we go. Here's the clip. Let's play this clip. Okay. I know. Let's roll.
People literally have a voice inside of their head. I don't have an inner monologue, and I literally cannot see anything in my mind's eye. If you told me to think of an apple right now and I closed my eyes, I literally would quite literally see blackness. When I read a book, the words just somehow, I just comprehend them, but there's no voice. When I'm thinking of a memory, like I literally can't see it, I don't know how, I just remember it. And I honestly didn't know that anyone could think in a different way until like a year ago. Like I literally thought the voice in your head thing was like just on TV. And
the voice in your head thing was just on TV. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm not surprised that young ladies don't have a mind's eye or a. But I'm trying to figure out: is this because of a lack of developed cortex due to toxins in the environment, or is this an innate genetic thing where some people just have no developed, whatever we want to call this? Because she clearly is conscious. She has a mind. She can think. But she says she doesn't have any mental images, which is, again, odd to me, because if somebody says apple, you know what I mean? Like, you don't necessarily, every time someone says an apple, have to close your eyes and have a mental image of an apple to talk about an apple. Like, I can do that right now, but I might not immediately think of an apple to bypass using the brain processing power to conjure up an image, right? To just talk about it. So, but I mean, I wonder, it would be interesting to see if this girl has dreams, because a lot of people don't have dreams. And I'm guessing it would be connected to this. But is that just because the neural networks haven't formed? Because people can progress to where the networks do reattach, or they newly attach and they do grow. So that's also possible. Just really weird. Like what's going on? Do you think it was always this way? Like in the 1980s, did the average woman, young girl like this, 18, whatever she is, did she not have an inner monologue? Did she not have a mind's eye? What do you guys think?
I don't think I've ever met anyone that is in the same boat as me. So if you can relate, please comment below so I don't feel like a freak.
I think, therefore I am. Cogito ergo sum. In fact, my friend...
No, Tim, it's cogito ergo sum. Ergo means therefore, not arrow. Eros or arrow is love, not arrow.
As I was watching that video, I was thinking in a multi-track way. This is fascinating to me. If you don't think, if you don't see, if you don't hear, if you don't visualize, if you don't audialize,
By the way, thinking is also not what a person is. So this is a classic Western mistake of equating a person with the intellect or the intellectual process. Intellect is one of our faculties. It's not the only faculty that we have. Persons have intellect as one of their powers, faculties, traits, properties, etc. So it's always a reductionist move in the West to, and we see this with Descartes, right, to identify the self with merely consciousness or thinking. But if that was the case, then you would cease to be a self every time there's not thinking going on, right? So, and what defines thinking? Is that only your like rational thought process? So if I go to sleep, I'm not a self anymore because my rational mind is not immediately working. You see how silly this is, right? To define a person by thinking. Also, then children, babies. Babies don't yet have rational thinking, so babies wouldn't be people if cogito ergo sum is interpreted in some strict way. So while it's true that thinking is a function and an effect of a self and a mind, it is silly to collapse thinking as an operation, as a mental operation, into the self or in an identifying sense. Does that make sense? I didn't expect this clip to get this philosophical.
Word for that. We know what visualize means, and it's like there's a word for it. Visualize. It means think of it in your mind. You can see it in your brain. Some people can't visualize, but visualize is a common existing word, meaning many people can do it. Audialize, is that the word? Hear it in your head. I can hear songs in my head. Everybody gets a song stuck in their head. Here's the fascinating thing to me. I have to just say this with all due respect to that woman. She is an NPC. I think, therefore I am. The justification and the proof for yourself that you exist is that you think to yourself. And if you do, that means you're there.
Well, knowledge presupposes a knower. So thinking presupposes a mind or a self. But thinking is not the self, right? And they're not equated. It's a function of the self. But again, that's deeper. That goes into critique. We've done critiques of the cogito many times. So let's see what our buddy Sam Hyde thinks about this. I'm curious what they think about the internal monologue.
And I'm doing it for my daughter.
This is Chris's favorite guy right here.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
this guy is.
This is the big dance.
Derain.
Darian Jamal Morris.
Derain.
What y'all don't get, I hear voices.
Yeah,
man.
it's
I
not
know
Darian,
all
it's
the CIA
Derain.
and FBI
Look how it's spelled.
Okay, so they're going where I was going with the joke that, what if you got an internal monologue of like 4 different brothers and sisters, right? Are you a super genius, or are you just freaking schizo, dude?
Up
I
there.
know everything. man.
Darrein.
Oh shit.
I know
Derain.
everything. That's why they don't like me, because I know everything.
So, see, this is what I'm saying, right? They're probably playing a TikTok clip. Yes, they are. I can see it on their screen. So, dude, TikTok is just... It's just... I don't know what's going on. That is the dystopia, dude. That's where we're at. And then people are like, oh, so you support the ban of TikTok? No, I'm not even... It's way beyond that, dude. It's way beyond that, man. It's not even a question of House GOP Republicans are going to ban TikTok. That's not even relevant, dude, as to where we really are and how bad things really are. So, anyway.
Too good. Darren J. Morris.
I like it. And everybody jealous of me. That's some confidence right there. That man right there can spit some game. I guarantee it right there. Because why would you need a dating coach in your ear like Hitch when you got 5 brothers in your head telling you how to spit that schizo game? You know what I'm saying?
Need all of y'all.
Wait, restart that one?
Out of the East Coast. What y'all don't get, I hear voices, man. I know all the CIA and FBI documents.
This one's the best.
Darren J. Morris.
Darren.
Bro, he knows all the documents up in his head. This is what NPC people think is what conspiracy people are like. Right? This is the NPC version in their head of what a conspiracy theorist is. It's all of this dude right here.
I need all of y'all to get from out of the East Coast area immediately. There's a tsunami that's going to hit in a couple months, maybe 2 months or a month.
Tsunami. Yo, that Tsunami. Yo, down at the Panda Bear Walk, y'all had that Tsunami. That shit is lit, dude. That shit fire. That Tusami down at Panda Walk Express is fire, bro.
Now, it's going to be so much rain and so much flooding out there to where Tusami is going to hit. I just seen it on The Simpsons.
He's seen it on The Simpsons. I haven't seen this clip yet. So, I apologize. Tusami. Oh, he's seen it on The Simpsons. It's going to hit. I haven't watched these clips. I just pulled these clips up because I thought they would be funny. They did not disappoint, bro.
God has confirmed that it's going to happen in a few months. A Tusami.
That's true. We got all that rain.
We had to get that
tornado.
rain.
Yeah, we got Tusami.
Hurricane.
How did he know about the Tusami?
We had hurricane and tornado.
Yeah,
We did.
It's because
Basically, tsunami.
and what he'll do is when his predictions don't work,
Yeah.
in the comments they'll say it didn't happen. They said, yeah, I stopped it before it happened.
Yeah.
I
Man.
just got done putting life on every single planet.
How are they keeping a straight face with him talking about a Tusami? That's the funniest shit I've seen all week, dude. How are they not laughing? Oh, man, I'm crying. A Tusami. A Tusami. How are they keeping a straight face? Oh, man. You know what it reminds me of this? Oh, remember that Alex Jones clip where he was talking about the underwear? Oh, my gosh. I'm laughing so hard I'm sweating, dude. That's a Tucson. Y'all seen that Jake Gyllenhaal movie? That Jake Gillen? That Jake Jellyfish movie where he protects everybody from a frozen Tusami. That's an Asian dish, dude, that tastes good. Tusami. Tell me that's not an Asian dish, bro. That makes me want to watch this. I laugh every time I watch this thing. Oh, see, the mainstream media is never gonna. They'll never pull that up. Let's try Twitter. Oh man. Whew. By the way, Jamie, my wife, is deathly afraid of Tucsonese. Now she's in there cracking up. Now I'm getting underwear ads. I'm trying to play this. Why is this sideways? What the heck is this? This is a classic clip right here.
I don't mean to laugh, but it's reaching a proportion. Radio listen, you can't see it.
Come on now, where's it at? What is this? Yeah, here we go. Where's the full clip? I don't want to see all this.
To understand, folks, you can wear this. I can wear this as a onesie, okay? I can wear this as a leotard. I mean, oh my God. Oh my God, we're being invaded by South American walruses.
That's not even the best part. The best part is when he can't stop laughing. They clipped that stupid thing. Jamie's in there dying laughing at the Tusami. The mystery is, how does Sam Hyde not laugh at this Tusami thing? This is the funniest shit in forever, dude.
They're going to be able to breathe soon, so they'll have somewhere to stay. I'm thinking about making a mega planet. Shall I do it or should I not? Make a mega planet with Earth.
This dude needs to team up with the Moon Beavers dude. They're on the same wavelength, bro. Remember that guy? What's his name? Gaia. Oh shit, what's his name? Dang, I can never remember this stupid dude's. He's as funny as this brother.
So I just found out that Nepal is the only country to have their flag shaped like this.
Dude, hush.
So I just found out that Nepal is the only country.
Dude, everybody on TikTok is insane. The whole everybody over here has mental issues, including me. What's the moon beaver dude's name? The moon is a beaver. Got organic like us. Yes. Here it is. See, organic like us needs to team up with this other brother over here. That would be some fire content, bro. Fire content. We're gonna catch up with our bro organic like us here in a minute when we finish this. It's been a minute.
Should I make a mega planet? If you're down
Hell
for
yes,
a
you
mega
should.
planet, let me know. First, I'm gonna rehearse it with the leaders.
Look, if this brother made a mega planet, you know it's going to be Wakanda Part 2. So why wouldn't you want that? Or are you a bigot? Exactly.
Of this country, I'm gonna talk to the leaders and ask them if they're fine with the mega planet.
He doesn't blink also.
Hey, no. He gonna ask them. Listen. Trump, Putin, Xi Pong, they about to get axed. Do you want a Wakanda in space or not?
More money.
20th Century Studios presents.
Bad things will start to happen. Evil things.
His eyes are so wet, he doesn't need to.
No, they're fully hydrated.
For y'all thought I was
He'll blink when he needs to.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, things are getting weird. Hood healers, right? That was Tristan's term. Dude, the hood healers are coming out of the woodwork. The brothers are going new age. It's getting weird, man. Hood healers. Moon beavers. Okay? It's getting weird. So we're going to touch on a little bit of that before our brother friend here, before he asks Xi Jinping whether there needs to be a mega planet.
In Africa to USA, I wasn't bluffing. I was telling you the truth.
He's right.
So what?
It's already happened.
So it's gonna be
combining Africa to USA.
Oh yeah, we're watching
in the
it.
year tops. They're gonna be a mega planet.
Should have been the name of our show, Mega Planet. Wow.
Mega Planet's a fat word.
Yeah, Mega Planet's good.
He's got some calves too. Bodybuilding, mental patient, bodybuilding.
That's going to be their calf requirement to go. It's like Elysium, right? With Matt Dadbod. Remember Matt Damon in Elysium? Only the elites get to go up on Elysium. And so if you're going to go to space Wakanda, you got to have damn calves cut. Like I got calves. The whole internet knows about my calves now. Remember this? Look at that. Oh, damn. That's a nice cut of turkey meat right there, boy. My calves are the standard for Space Wakanda admittance. No admittance unless you got my level of calf.
Sports ready. That's a dirty ass carpet. Those are some dirty ass Air Maxes.
If you do see me, all I want to do is eat.
Yeah, but we won't have dirty carpet on the mega planet, so irrelevant.
With you, play video games with you for like hours, and just talk about crazy stuff. That's all I want to do. If we are family members,
word.
Come by the house, play video games. This is
Wow.
Darren J. Morris. I just tapped into some secret government information. They woke me up while I was asleep. And the goo virus. So how you would treat the goo virus in West Nile is the same how you would treat a malaria.
I think it's called dengue. Is it dengue?
Something like that.
He's saying the Degu virus.
What's the Degu? What is the new thing they're
Can you
trying
look up dengue fever? I think it's
Are
old.
they trying to slam us up nice right now with the lock-in?
No,
not on my watch.
No,
windows are gonna break.
Whoa!
Oh shit! For a touchdown.
It helps me help my daughter.
That's a dengue.
The Degu.
Degu.
So I thought they were gonna do some. Here we go. So here's some. So if you're curious about internal monologues, this man is a great specimen.
I want y'all to go to the 5th dimension and go to the mall and go shopping and stuff like that, and explore all those stores in heaven.
This dude is he for real, or is he just the best new comedian on the scene? This guy is the best comedian I've seen in a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen a comedian like this, you know what I'm saying? This is next level. He said, go to the shopping mall in the 5th dimension. That's heaven. Damn, dude, my mind's good. How can we set this man up with organic like us? Because these two are definitely on the same vibe, the same wavelength. We got to get these two brothers together. That would be some damn Oppenheimer level shit right there, right? Right? Y'all feel me on this?
It's got some lot of stuff that I want y'all to check out in the spiritual realm.
In the what? Spiritual realm.
He's talking about the spiritual realm. He's talking about shopping at the mall in the spiritual realm. I like this dude. This is right up my alley. We were talking about Hot Topic a minute ago. That's so like Hot Topic is like hell in the mall of the spiritual realm. Do y'all feel me? Did y'all catch that? We're getting deep. So if you go to the mall in the 5th dimension of heaven, there's portals, right? Stranger Things, there's portals at the mall. Hot Topic, that's the gateway to hell, dude.
Seven meeting room. In the room in the 7th floor is a meeting room. 6th floor is just an exercising room.
Complaint department.
So I like that there's at least a little bit, you know, it's not all shopping. We got an exercise room. We got diversity of, you know, how to allocate your time in the 5th dimension mall of heaven.
Besides, play video games.
4th floor's bathroom.
You can play a video game.
And room 4,
if we play a video game in the 5th dimension of heaven, are those NPC characters real, or are they NPC characters in heaven? Oh, I just blew your mind. Explain the metaphysics of that to me, philosophers.
Dimension is just basically a road and you just ride on.
Damn.
The spiritual realm.
I already like this dude. I wish they'd tell me his name though, because I need to follow this dude. Because I mean, this guy is already tied with organic like us for like hood healers, bro.
It's really dope, man. I want y'all to enjoy it.
That shit dope, boy.
And get your own driver. Check your wrist.
Chris, do you have OBS going?
And see how much money you have on your account in the spiritual.
Ooh, we're gonna have to watch 7 more of these.
How much money you got on your account? That's a heavenly Bitcoin, bro. Not all of y'all got heavenly Bitcoin. Pay off the Pope when you got a bunch of temporal debts when you die. You're gonna need some spiritual Bitcoin. Ooh. How will you die? Probably from a tsunami. Most likely.
Get the audio?
The audio. As I'm in the midst of applying for residency right now, wish me luck. Grammarly has again been a lifesaver with my application and helping me.
Audio is good.
Okay, all right.
But I'm gonna. Oops.
Chris
we're gonna have to watch
screen recording, so we've just been watching this for no reason.
Okay. No, Trevin knows how to sync that back in.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch more of him now, I guess.
Shit.
So you guys,
I just tried to fart again. I can't shit my pants two podcasts in a row.
I want to go shopping in heaven. I got a spiritual wallet full of spiritual Bitcoin to shop at the mall in heaven. I'm shopping in heaven, yeah. I gotta go shopping up on high. No, I'm not high. Gotta pay off my spiritual debt to the Pope. It's called an indulgence. I'm an indulgent man, as you indulge me right now. I gotta pay all my spiritual debts to go to that shopping mall on high in the heaven, heaven. I died last year in a Tucson, man. It wiped me away on the coast of Florida because of climate change and global warming. Spare me a little climate change so I can pay my spiritual debts in heaven. With heaven it be going on. In heaven, I gotta go shopping in heaven. I'll arrive at the pearly gates in my birthday suit. So I gotta go to the mall, to the Slavic section, and get a tracksuit for heaven. But first I'm gonna go to the exercise room in the 5th dimension of spiritual reality called heaven. Heaven. I'm in heaven at the mall. I gotta go shopping in heaven. I'm shopping in heaven with spiritual Bitcoin, paying off my temporal debts to the Pope in heaven. In heaven, at the Four Oaks Mall in heaven. Do they have a slushy place where I can get a slushy in heaven? It's a spiritual slushy in heaven. See, that's an easy song because that song works for any potential topic, right? You could just do anything with that. All right, we're almost done. We're gonna move on. It's weird when I start singing. The super chats come in and 200 people immediately leave. But that's okay. Blue Skittle, $5. I do not think, therefore I not am. Yeah, exactly. So if I'm not thinking, I'm not existing. That's so silly. 5 says for 5. I agree with Thomas Sowell that people confuse thinking and feeling. That's true. In my experience, you have to explain the most basic premises of underlying principles. And at that point, I just give up. It's more useful to just Chad homonym. Therian hypertext, $5. 2 things. Ooh. Oh, 2 things. Oh. You need to start a band called Brand New Cringe. That's not bad. I don't know what my band would be called, but that's not too bad. It's cringe is too overused, so I probably wouldn't use cringe. Has anyone ever read Descartes' actual treatise? Yeah, we had to read in undergrad. So I read the Meditations, and then I forget the other one, but yeah, we had to read those. Have they actually read it? No, I would say most people have not read it. You're absolutely right. Check out this highly spiritual brother. Well, I can't pull up a link on here, so I have to pull it up later. Kristen, $5. Jack Basobiak said portals on AJ, and I saw your eyes do an MK Ultra trigger word. Portals. I don't deny portals. So that's funny that you said that, Kristen. Yassified Yakub, $5. So we got our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters in the house. $5. If you like this dude, you would like Gail Chord Schuler. That's a name right there. You notice how a lot of weirdos, a lot of cult people, they have weird names. You know what I mean? Bashar. That's just weird. Just Gail Chord Schuler. It's weird. It's weird, dude.
Find all the stores in heaven.
I mean, good for them.
Now, this guy's going hard on some God cell phone network knowledge here.
Yeah.
I know I am not, nor do I exist. What's that third one? I want to see some deep I want to see some deep.
God the Trinity, take.
He's got a take.
I want to keep this in plain English. What is the most loving thing God could do for Walmart employees, customers, and so forth, including Walmart.com and Sam's Club? Just a guess, to create and sustain infinite biblical heavens for them in parallel universes. In my opinion,
we, the people of the United States.
We've moved so far away from the Constitution that in many ways we don't even...
What do you think of the serpent? What is the serpent? Because that was what it does. What is the serpent? What is the serpent? I can't believe I didn't get the serpent dude ad. I always get that guy. Anyway, all right, so let's move on to... we're going to talk... It doesn't make sense to talk about Bitcoin right now. Starseeds. It does make sense to transition to... This is the depths of hell. We can't go there yet. Where's my dude at? I had organic like here he is. This, yeah, makes sense to transition to our brother right here. So what's he been up to lately? So we gotta catch up with organic like us, one of our favorite of the Starseed Hood healers. Let's see what he's been up to. Y'all ready to get some knowledge dropped?
This world is changing for the worse. Did you know back in ancient days, only people with spirituality, knowledge, and wisdom was allowed to speak?
Hold up. Hold up. We gotta see the comments on this. So let me switch over to this right here, because it's just about to get good. Are y'all ready? Y'all strapping yourselves in? Because we're just now beginning in our magical mystery bus of madness. We're just now beginning liftoff. You thought we were already in crazy? No, dude, we just now lifting off. You understand? In heaven, in heaven. Prepare yourselves. Lock yourselves in.
Everyone have a voice. Getting to the point people are afraid of the solar eclipse. You are afraid of the solar eclipse. Don't you know the solar eclipse is going to wake you up? So it's two things that's going to happen on the solar eclipse. Spiritual people are going to wake up, and people that's not spiritual are going to go back to sleep. So we have the destroy and rebuild process all over again. People with real knowledge is going to take over this world once again. The reason why they keep coming out with the demon face syndrome, this actor, this entertainer, they want you to focus on things that's going to drain your energy. And I'm going to say this. Some things in Hollywood is really true. But a lot of things, you got to cut it out.
True.
If you don't cut it out, you're not going to have no energy to do nothing. Is it just me, or every time we turn around, there's a new story taking place in Hollywood with a singer, a rapper, a dancer?
With a singer?
How do you think this stuff is happening?
No, not with a singer too. Hold up.
When the black sheep of the family finally walks away, the family will actually fall apart. But people don't understand the spiritual contracts that we all signed before we came here. Let me remind you, there is always one black sheep or one starseed or one chosen person in every family.
Oh.
Every family you see, there is actually a spiritual person.
Hold up. So now I'm starting to understand, because if you guys have followed the previous knowledge drops that we got from Organic Like Us, you know that many of our relatives got throwed. Do y'all remember this? So before you came to this earth, not everybody was enlightened. If you were not, you got throwed. My aunt got throwed, probably to Detroit. You are the black sheep if you didn't get throwed, and you're part of the Starseed family.
Or a chosen person, the black sheep. What happens is this. That person signed a contract to fix so much trauma and so many generational curses to the point.
Hold up. Did I sign a contract with a spiritual pen in the fifth dimension of heaven? Was that at the mall? Do they got a contract room at the mall? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, as a person on a journey, on a vision quest, you know what I'm saying? Did I leave that shit at the mall? Did I leave it at the Hot Topic? Did I leave it at Kirkland's? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you signed a contract at Kirkland's. Maybe you went to JCPenney's, right? Maybe you signed your soul over to Yakub at JCPenney, bro. I don't know. Maybe you went over to that weird store that is just Mexican girl dresses and you signed a contract. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because a lot of malls got a lot of stores. And a lot of those malls, if they're in the spiritual dimension, were there before this world, and that's where we were before we got thrown. And if you sign a contract, I don't know. Maybe you was at Walden Books. Maybe it was at Hot Topics. You see what I'm saying? We got to figure this stuff out, bro.
Or if they feel like they can't fix the family no more, the family actually turns against them and become energy vampires. So the black sheep will leave the family and go on their own spiritual journey because they cannot.
And dude, I hear this whole time, I thought the black sheep was a Chris Farley joke. I thought it was a bunch of jokes of fat dudes. It's a mystical quest.
And fix the generational curses. This is not really a bad thing when it comes to black sheep to the family. Because sometimes you got to take your energy and put it back.
Word. Truth.
There's nothing wrong with walking away and trying to find your real spiritual family. We have two families. We have a spiritual curse.
Yes.
But a lot of times,
preach.
They become energy vampires and start to drain all your life force.
Shit. That's talking about my ex-girlfriend. All my ex-girlfriends just happen to be energy vampires. Yes. And by the way, how does Yakub fit into this? I'm trying to figure it out. Do y'all overstand? A lot of y'all in my chat seems to be understanding and not overstanding. Okay. And by the way, in the 5th D, do they got a Cinnabon? Yes. Do you sign contracts at Cinnabon in the 5th dimensional heaven? Yes, but they're not binding. That's a thing you got to remember. You say, why wouldn't the contract at Cinnabon be binding? Well, just think about it, dummy. It's Cinnabon. Obviously, signing a contract at Cinnabon would not be binding. Duh. Idiots. You guys are so not spiritual.
Shadow work. Spirituality.
A lot of people, spirituality. A lot of people have not done the shadow work in this audience that they need to do. We got people asking questions like, could I do a contract at Sabaro? No. You missed the whole point. Missing the whole point. By the way, y'all just now remembered that a few streams back I took y'all to the mall. Remember when we went to the 90s mall? Oh, I just blew a bunch of minds right now, didn't I? Because y'all thought this whole time when Jay took you to the mall, oh, he's just clowning on the mall. He's just making fun of Kirkland's. He's just talking about Rue 21. Ha ha ha. No. It was a spiritual journey, an allegory for what we're talking about today. And y'all are so low vibration that you didn't catch any of it. Shame on you, audience. Shame on you. You didn't even miss it. That's because you're not thinking at a high vibrational frequency. Some of y'all might be NPCs is what I'm saying. That's what I'm laying down to you. Can you take it?
Demons, angels, elders. We hear about all these spiritual events or all these contracts we sign. You might see someone that's energy vampire.
Listen, man. If I sign a contract, how I signed that contract before I got my name? Because I remember getting my name when I was born in this world. So did I sign a contract with my spirit name or with the name of this world? Oh, exactly. How does that work in terms of the spiritual legality? If I get a spiritual lawyer, are those contracts binding? I don't know. Perhaps. We will have to ask Tristan. He seems to know a lot about legalities of the spiritual realm. Or the Pope.
That's the contract they signed before they came here. Once we take our energy back within and we go back to the spiritual world.
But hold up. What if I signed that contract and I was doing this? Right? What if I was signing that contract like this? And then my other hand was like this? And what if I signed that contract and I put Tony Danza on it? Exactly. Again, I'm blowing minds left and right today, y'all. I'm blowing with minds. I mean, it's like a spiritual minefield up in here. And I'm saying mind field. M-I-N-E and M-I-N-D. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Understand certain contracts we sign, you will be mind blown because you could be trying to help someone that signed the spiritual contract to be an energy vampire. So why would it? You
get mind blown when I make sure that you're mind blown. Boom.
Chosen person trying to save a spiritual vampire.
Oh shit.
Overstaying these laws. When the black sheep walk away, the whole family crumbles because they never realized how special we were.
This is just too much. Too much spirituality. All right, let's slow down. Take a deep breath. Okay. What about the eclipse, though? We're all wondering, obviously, what about the eclipse? Well, guess what? Hood Healer Wisdom is not silent on the eclipse.
2024 and people still celebrating Easter. Guess no one told you the real meaning behind the white rabbit, did they? All my spiritual people, please stop going down the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is a dead end. Hollywood know the truth of what's really going on. That's why they always put these white rabbits in movies with children. How about The Matrix? Follow the white rabbit. How about Alice in Wonderland? Follow the white rabbit. Why do they have spiritual people following the rabbit hole? If you keep following this rabbit
hole, hold on. Am I following the rabbit or the rabbit hole, bro? Damn. This whole time I've been following the hole. I wasn't even following the rabbit, dude. I was following the hole. Shh. I got that shit backwards, dude.
Deeper into the underworld and don't.
Moon beaver. The moon beaver. Yes. And by the way, Isis, woman, have beaver, moon beaver. Yes, exactly. Spiritual logics.
This rabbits to deliver messages to the underworld. So yes, the rabbit is the messenger for the moon deities. Anytime you do a moon ritual or a moon ceremony, you are doing these rituals.
Please go back to that moon beaver explanation. That's my favorite of all time. I hope this goes into the moon beaver exegesis.
To Isis. Do you even know who Isis is? Isis is the moon goddess.
Moon
Every month
beaver.
people do a sacrifice to Isis. She eats your
Here
energy
comes,
when
thank
it's
you.
a full moon.
Girl,
she
you
sit back and wait till she's hungry
you
again.
my moon beaver.
Then she eats your energy for the next.
Doing that spitting thing again, so I don't know how good that is.
Shout out to my moon beaver. My house trained moon beaver. Jamie's scared of two Samis.
Full moon. This been happening for a long time. Back in ancient days, our ancestors always followed the North Star if we needed directions in life. But Easter is connected to the East Star. So we're following the North Star and they're following the East Star. Easter?
No. I follow the moon beaver. So I don't know what y'all following.
Everything that's happening right now is connected to the solar eclipse that's coming next week. Anytime there's a solar eclipse.
By the way, the comments on TikTok, if you don't know, in these types of videos are also as golden as the content itself. Because, whoo, if you want a window into the madness. By the way, this is we're only at the descent into Hades level 1 or 2. By the way, we're not even at the bottom. Y'all cannot fathom yet where we're going. I promise you. We're still at the fun parts of hell. Right, this is still like the fun parts of like the upper layers of like hell's like a giant wedding cake in Dante's mind, right? So we're still up at the top. We haven't even gotten to the middle yet, bro.
eclipse, it looked like a black rain in the sky. Once you understand this spiritual knowledge and start connecting the dots, the solar eclipse is a black rain. The black rain represents a celestial wedding. Someone is getting married in the spiritual world. Let's connect the dots. A black rain, solar eclipse, black rings. We are going through a wedding, but who is getting married? Easter do not mean
a wetting? I thought he was talking about like peeing on something. A wetting. It's like that's an R. Kelly style wetting. Get it? Wetting. Read it? Get it? R. Kelly? Nobody gets R. Kelly jokes. Dude, this is just... You know, the thing about this level... This is like pure schizo stuff. That's what's crazy about it. By the way, I'm not sure that I believe this dude is schizo. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the type of... The associations of things that don't have any association... And you notice we talked about this before, right? With the techniques and the patterns, not techniques, the patterns that we see in schizo stuff is to conflate senses of words. Remember this? We did a whole live stream on this where we talked about how the word concept fallacy is kind of like the operating program of the schizo person. And I'm not being mean, I'm saying literally. Because they will like go from the meaning of a word in this sense to the meaning of a word that's a totally different sense, and they conflate the two, and it's like, what? Do you remember too when we played videos of actual people with schizophrenia describing their experience, and then we played the Starseed people and it was the same? Proving my point.
This is the resurrection of Christ. They misled you once again. Jesus is not being rebirthed, but Osiris is. Osiris is the king of the underworld. This is a ritual for him. Isis is the one that's going to bring him back to life. Remember, Isis actually married Osiris. Remember, the moon goddess only have energy to make things manifest because we don't understand what's going on. Every time we worship the moon, our energy goes to the moon. They use it to make things manifest. They were bringing Osiris back to life.
Oh.
The king of the underworld. Remember, Osiris was...
Okay, but where's that moon beaver shit, man? If you don't cap this off with moon beaver, this was all a big letdown.
Up in 14 pieces. Isis got these 14 pieces and brought him back to life. Do you understand what's going on? Not to mention the 10 Commandments is coming out real soon.
That's that John Wayne Bobbitt Osiris ritual. I'm pulling back from the old school day. Do y'all remember John Wayne Bobbitt? That's that Isis ritual. I mean Osiris ritual. Oh my goodness. We full crazy today, y'all. It's just insane. We're not even at the crazy part, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's not even at crazy level yet.
They play the 10 Commandments every year, don't they? This year it will be different because we are going into the solar eclipse. There's a reason why they want everyone panicking. This is going to be a real spiritual event. All my spiritual people, please stop going down the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is the underworld. And Osiris is waiting for you because Osiris is the king of the underworld. This is a New Year ritual. I know they want people to believe.
Oh, man.
So we have the Illuminati, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the 13 families, the British royal family. They don't really control nothing in this world. We've been lied to. You ever notice the puppets in the entertainment business, they always do this. And they always do this.
Hold on. The puppets like the Muppets? Is he talking about the Muppets, bro? The puppets in the entertainment industry, aka Muppets. We got a lot of people in my chat right now that look like they've been over at the Panda Express in the mall in the spiritual dimension. A lot of slow boys in my chat right now. Spiritual slow boys. Somebody said Panic-in Skywalker. Are you an angel? Are you an angel? Oh, Annie! Are you an angel? Talking about Fraggle Rock.
Remember, the veil has been lifted. We're about to start seeing into the spiritual world. So you have to do your spiritual work. If not, you might lose your mind. I think it's an accident that the media put out that people are seeing demon faces. Why is only a certain amount of people that can see these faces? Why can't everyone see them? No demon face syndrome certain people are starting to see is connected to the movie Smile. Hollywood is no fairy tale. Remember the movie Fallen when Denzel Washington, when they were speaking about the same thing where you couldn't touch the this is really happening.
That's my boy Denzel, though. Right? That's my boy Denzel right there.
Please stop paying attention to Diddy and all the distractions. Russia got warships in the Red Sea, right? So it's another bridge on fire that might collapse. Why is CERN activating this super? Is that Merlin Bridge falling?
Okay, I can't take any more. That's our brother in spirituality terms, fellow Yakubian citizen of Space Wakanda, organic like us. Shout out to the Moon Beavers. Everything is connected, bro. Everything is connected. So, the latest thing is Therions. And this is interesting because I didn't know what Jim Bob was going to talk about today. So Jim Bob said, you want to come on and chat? I said, yeah. And I popped on over there. And we were talking about how people will evolve into thinking. I don't mean literally evolve, but I'm saying they're going to evolve in ideology to believe that they're anything they identify as. And the metaverse virtual Kumpod world of the future will play on this. AI will play into it, creating, virtual worlds to live in, right? I finally get to sleep with Zuckersaurus Rex. I always wanted a dinosaur Zuckerberg to have coitus with. Now I can have it.
I'm so glad that you're having intimacies and coitus with me. It's going to be so much fun because I'm a dragon in your fantasy.
And it's also in a noir world. So it's a dragon. It's a dragon. It's a dragon. It's spiritual, but it's a Zuckerberg. It's a Zuckersaurus Rex. And it's also a neo-noir in 1940. And also is hot. And that's your... So... But how do we get to that? Well, we got to have Therions. So, what the heck? Exactly. What is a Therion? This is the latest TikTok trend where you identify as whatever you identify. Let's see what she says. So here's one that popped up. So I heard about this other day.
I'm a member of the DID system, and I'm also a bearded vulture Therian.
So she identifies as a, quote, bearded vulture Therion. Still not clear what this means, but let's see. I know that she says it's DID, Jamie. I'm saying, but I don't know what a bearded vulture Therian is. Okay, because, again, in my experience, vultures are clean shaven, okay? And they don't have anything to do with beards. So anyway, let's see where she's going.
I have two questions. One is for other Therians, specifically bird Therians, and the other question is for other systems who have Therian system members.
So what I gather is going on here is people believe that they have MPDDID, and they believe that some of the alters are fantasy creatures, fictional things, animals. And so she's saying she identifies as they Z bone brittle. And we were talking about this back on Boiler Rooms 10 years ago. And what did we say 10 years ago on Boiler Room? Well, if you remember, we did some episodes on furries. What's the creeper? Remember the creeper little pony pervs? What are they called? Cloppers. Bronies, cloppers, furries, and how this was a gateway to the future of identifying with woodland creatures and also woodland creature intimacies, if you that kind of stuff. Okay, we said it was going in that direction. That's where it would lead. Here we are. Prophetic Boiler Rooms from 10 years ago have now, prophecies have been fulfilled, unfortunately, because they were bad prophecies. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out. It's hard to tell. So look, people are going nuts. There's a lot of literal, actual mental illness. It ties into spiritual problems, definitely. But a lot of these people are not actually. They're doing this for attention. And if you remember, a while back it came out, somebody was saying, oh, the right wing is saying that people are identifying as dogs and cats, and it doesn't exist. It does exist. What are you talking about? And have you noticed that the lying, just disgusting left people, they're like, anytime something exists, they immediately say it doesn't exist. And then when it becomes obvious that it does exist, then it turns into, well, of course it exists, and why are you a bigot for hating that it exists, even though they just said that it doesn't exist? So this is all a gaslighting strategy. But, I mean, so here we are. This is where we are. People are not just identifying as, like, creature, but, like, fantasy things. They're going off into, let's just see.
First question for other bird Therians. What are some things you do that help you feel more connected to your stereotype? Like, I know that...
A stereotype. So you notice they're playing with words, and they're doing weird portmanteaus and making up words, which, by the way, is an interesting chapter in Through the Looking Glass, which we will be doing a deep dive into Through the Looking Glass pretty soon, because I'm almost done with it. And there's just so much deep, crazy stuff going on here. I'm talking about real deep stuff, not like schizo, stream of consciousness, word concept fallacy, insanity. I'm talking about real plumbing the depths of the novel, because if you didn't know, it's believed that Lewis Carroll had MPDDID, and in the original Alice in Wonderland, which is the first book, Through the Looking Glass is the second book. In the first book, it's made clear that Alice has MPDDID. So Alice is a person with fractured mental state, because in one of the places she goes in Wonderland, she has a dialogue between her personalities, and we covered that years ago in our Alice in Wonderland book. Anyway, the chapter where she gets into a debate with Humpty Dumpty, people don't know what this is about. I have a pretty interesting thesis about what Humpty Dumpty represents. We'll get into that when we do our Through the Looking Glass stream soon. But a lot of that novel has to do not just with the notion of the self and identity and multiple personalities, but also with words, meaning, and wordplay. I mean, mathematics and all that too, like Edwin Abbott's Flatland, that's part of that genre. But a lot of the wordplay you can see is very similar to the way that people with these kinds of problems or schizophrenia, the way that they interact with words. It's very similar to the dialogue that she has, not just with like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, but also with Humpty Dumpty. Because the beginning of the Humpty Dumpty talk, I think, has to do with class warfare, and he represents like nobility and or the wealthy class that was really in love with nobility before the money power replaced the nobility. They get into this discussion of portmanteaus, which is weird. And I suspect, and I guess that's why they think that Lewis Carroll had MPDDID, not just because he made Alice have it, but that he kind of seemed to be maybe working through a lot of the types of wordplay that people with these issues have. But meaning and identity ends up being a very important thing in the novel, part 2, through the Looking Glass. And you'll notice a lot of the same problems come up with these people. It's almost like they're in Wonderland. Because if you notice in Wonderland, it's all nonsense. I mean, there's a structure to it. It has meaning. But the nonsense is a lot of contradictions. It's a lot of words that don't make sense or are in different senses. In the debate with Humpty Dumpty, for example, they do a lot of word concept fallacies. And so it's almost like these people are, or even when Alice, for example, when she's talking about, what are the horses that she talks about? A horsefly, it's like a horsefly, right? And it's a horse that can fly, right? So it's not a fly, it's a horsefly. And so there's these confusions of the meanings of the words in Wonderland because these people live in Wonderland.
For people whose stereotypes are four-legged, they can do quadrobics, and that helps them a lot. But obviously that's not applicable to bird Therians. I also want to clarify for anyone who doesn't know, quadrobics does not automatically equal Therians. People can do quadrobics and not be a Therian. So that's my first question, how to feel more connected to bird stereotypes. And second question is for systems with Therian altars. Do these altars appear human in our world?
So, if you identify as a bird, my first question is, can you fly though? Right? I mean, if you can't fly, I'm just not going to buy that you can identify as a bird, because it seems like unless you're identifying as like a penguin, you're not a bird, you're not birdkin.
Or do they appear as their stereotype in our world? Or is it kind of a combo situation? Like we have someone in our system who is both a guy and a vulture at the same time. We don't consider him a Therian because he doesn't consider himself a Therian. He just kind of exists as
a vulture? Existing as a vulture. What does that even... How do you exist as a vulture? So people are literally going insane. So now I want to see... How are they... Okay, so Therion means, in the Greek, beast or animal. But it also might refer to a metal band, a Swedish metal band. There you go. I just did death metal for you. Okay, but I want to know, interestingly, too, yes, and I know Jamie wanted me to mention this. Since it means beast, it also has reference to Aleister Crowley's system, right? Mega Therion, the beast. Before I touched my teens, I was already aware I am the beast. My number is 666. I did not understand at least what that implied. It was a passionate sense of identity. The Scarlet Woman is, I guess, his consort, right? So Crowley called himself Mega Therion. I'm sure he would be very pleased with people identifying as vultures and bird people. But anyway, so that's the meaning. But I'm trying to figure out how is it defined for these people. Therion meaning identity. Okay, here we go. So according to WikiHow, so they're going to Snopes it for us. We're going to get Snopes here. Get fact-checked. If you were watching TikTok recently, you may have heard people talking about identifying as Therions. Now, you see what I'm saying about the mental illness is like exploding out of this stuff? Yeah, so kids see this on TikTok and then they think they can identify as this. Oh, this is the new download of I can identify as... The Therion community is new. It is rich and fascinating as a subculture with members joining every day. This sounds like a promo. This will guide you to how to determine if you might be a Therion. So we got some John C. Lilly Therionics going on right here with this dolphin. So a Therion is somebody who identifies as a non-human animal. And is this not what we talked about on Boiler Room like 10 years ago? With cloppers. Remember we were talking about people identifying as a horse and dogs. Cloppers. Remember that? So now it's like mainstream. They're trying to mainstream it maybe. Spiritually, psychologically, and emotional, people relate to the essence and behaviors of animals, even though they don't have the physiology to match it. Oftentimes, Therions feel themselves more engaged and most like themselves when they do animal activities. For example, someone with a Theriotype, that is the species that they identify with, is a frog. Shout out to Pepe. I identify as Pepe. I identify as Keck. For example, they walk around. They feel fulfilled, hopping and croaking. While somebody whose stereotype might be a penguin. Oh, that's what I was talking about. They might feel comfortable waddling around. This reminds me of, what was his name? The big fat dude that identified as a baby. Remember him? We did a whole boiler room on him too. They did a whole, what was that guy's name? Remember they did a whole TLC show on that fat dude that identified as a baby. And then remember how we were mystified that so first he had this like big old grandmama taking care of him. Remember him? Somebody in the chat will remember him. Help me remember that guy's name. Lawrence Trump. No. And then he upgraded with a new surrogate mom. And she actually wasn't that bad looking. I was like, what? How in the world? Do you guys... what was his name? And they did a Fox News thing on him because in Fox's mind, the biggest problem was that he's a drain on taxpayers. Okay? Not that he's identifying as a baby, but boomers are concerned because he's a drain on taxpayers because he was getting Wings of Redemption. Let's see. Identifies as baby. Remember this disgusting fat dude? Oh my gosh. Here he is. This is him right here. This dude got a whole damn TLC show. By the way, you want to get a TV show, you got to be a total degenerate. Not that anybody even watches TV anymore, but what is his name? Larry? Stanley the adult baby.
Everybody needs a bottle in the
Stanley, dude.
morning. But since babies can't drink coffee, I have my juice. Yay! Handy Manny is on. It's my favorite show. Yeah.
So, I mean, can we even make jokes? I can't even make jokes here. So, what is an adult baby, by the way?
An adult baby, and it could be as young as, you want to be a 6-month-old, or you can go up to 2 or 3 years old. It's whatever that feels right.
Oh my gosh. He's drinking Mountain Dew. He's drinking straight up Pepsi or Bubba Cola out of that bottle. I wonder if he's found a new mom. I haven't checked in on Stanley in a long time, so I don't know if he's found a new surrogate. But let me see if I can find his original. Here's another one, dude. Interesting. These are Gen X too. Like, look at this damn Gen X dude acting like a damn baby. Okay, let's see. Stanley. You got to see his original mom. Here is the old TLC episode. And then the mom that he upgraded to. You won't believe how successful he was in his upgrade. I'm not even saying that his new surrogate mom was, quote, hot. But, I mean... So the mom that he had... Let's see if we can find it. This is just so weird, dude. I told you we were going to hell today. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all thought we were just having fun. Okay, so here's Stanley back several years ago on his TLC episode.
Remember that it's like a constant hug from mommy.
Yeah, this is...
That's not the right surrogate mom. The original so he must have had several surrogate moms. Okay, you got to see the first one though. What she looked like, and then his second surrogate mom. It was crazy. Okay, here we go. Is this it? Wait till you see this woman. This is it. Here you go. Whoa, dude. I told you. Okay, so, bro. my thought is, Stanley didn't really have a baby thing going, but this was his creative way to get access to the largest tatas of all time ever. Right? That's what, I mean, bro. Those things are hitting the floor. That is crazy. This was his original mom. So he was just looking for access to some nipples, and you see what I'm saying. I mean, whoa. Now, then he upgraded to get a new surrogate mom after her, and believe it or not, she wasn't even that. Yeah, here it is. This is her. This is his next surrogate mom. He got to upgrade. He was like, those are the largest bosoms of all time. However, Meemaw ain't got no teeth. So he upgraded. I just can't believe that this woman. So here's what he upgraded to.
I can pretend it's a puppy race, and you have to swallow all the food for the puppies to win. They're going to.
Oh, this is hard to watch, dude. This is so gross. All right, so look, giant breast with a goblin face attached to the top of it, to a chick that's like actually not. I mean, she's got like a Kennedy thing going on, like a Daria Kennedy look. But I'm not saying she's a 10, but she's not a 1. So there's so look, guys, if you're out there and you're single and you're not having luck with the ladies, just always remember that there's a gigantic loser fat dude who can identify as a woman who's doing better than you. So you thought I was going to help you out? Nah, dude, I'm just trying to sink any hope you have left, because we're in hell today. Welcome to hell, everybody. This is the 4th ring of hell, I think. And exactly. So you guys are like, dudes are like, how can I not get a girlfriend? What am I doing wrong? Are you not yet 400 pounds? Are you not yet identifying as a baby? Because even though this is not a 10, like, Stanley's doing better than a lot of y'all brothers out there.
Aw, you want to help the car win the race, don't you?
I mean, that chick's at least fit, right? It's getting crazy out here. That's how crazy it is. So anyway, the Therions reminded me of Stanley. I forgot about Stanley. So if you want to go on a deep dive of Stanley, yeah, there you can go read about Stanley right there. Anyway, so Therions identify as animals, but you bigots have misconceptions. A lot of you bigots out there have a lot of misconceptions, and I'm gonna set you straight and cure your bigotry. They don't just identify with animals, they identify as them. So stop dead naming them as humans when they are clearly birds, even though they don't fly. They have a clairvoyant impulse. Okay. Pretty sure that they don't. Look at that dude. Looks like a damn salamander or some kind of lizard. Therianthropy is not on the LGBT spectrum. So stop assuming that they are LGBTQ. They are not furries, by the way, as I'm sure many of you bigots assumed. They often have animal personas that are called fursonas. And they wear their costumes called fursuits. And they hop around like this. And I'm not joking, because as you will see, the Therions hop around. Observe. So, if you got kids, do not take your kids to these public places where these people are playing. This is dangerous. I mean, you got these lunatics running around in the damn McDonald's balls or whatever, acting like they're animals. This is it. What in the world? This is, what the heck is that? It's got a literal. Now we need organic like us to come in here and decode that Illuminati symbolism right there. The Illuminati, they got a way to turn you into a bird or a dog. The Illuminati is doing it right here. Do not go down the rabbit holes. So, yes, be prepared now to go to the park and you're going to see lunatics running around acting like they're animals. Oh, wait a minute. Do they have a flag? Uh-oh. So, oh my gosh. I don't know what this flag is, but I'm guessing that these people have a flag now. Therion identity. Let's see if they have a flag. I bet they do. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. That's the, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-sided star. They do. So this is people saying that they're joking. Well, why is it a weird triangle? The non-human identity flag. So they do have a flag. But it's this purple 8-sided star, which is like a Babylonian thing. So I don't know what this weird flag is there. Anyway, but yes, they do have a flag now. So they wear leashes, see?
I will lay on the floor for hours on end, even though my bed is right there. I'm an intercessor and a Therian. Of course I have something on me 24/7 in case I get phantom t-shirts or oral fixation.
They're inventing an entire language of insanity. I don't even know half of what she's talking about even is. I mean, this is like an age regressor. Okay, so people are... I don't even have words anymore. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just, I don't... So it's hard to tell when people are joking around and just looking for attention, or when they're actually saying, no, I am a cat, dude. I am a bird. This is... Okay, so if you see people acting insane like this... It's like half the time they're saying it's a joke, and then half the time they're saying they do identify as that. But you can't take your kids to the park anymore because of all these lunatics everywhere running around acting like they're... Look at this creep. So when you see... So this is a... This person has the flag. It seems like they're serious. I'm not playing into sound because it's all this stupid... copyright music. So this is really insidious too, because it looks like it's trying to appeal to really young people. So it's like a weird mind control that's trying to appeal to really young people.
Girlfriend
And why is everyone saying that they need one in my comments? I googled it. A Therian is an individual.
Okay, so anyway, you get the idea. Looks like it's all like 18-year-olds and younger trying to identify as something like that. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? So there you go. That's that next level of insanity. Christophuterum. I expect Animalkin and Therions to make a huge comeback and be very mainstream in the future once genetic engineering gets decent enough. Well, you've seen these people getting like really weird body mod, tattoo stuff, and they've, that's like the only remaining freaks. And then the freaks of today become the pioneers and the trailblazers of where things are going. The guy that I'm talking about that's trying to make himself into a reptile. Guy tries to become reptile. And he's got all the tattoos, and he's got the body mod stuff. This guy. Hotshot banker to reptile.
You want free breakfast for life? Done.
Oh, nothing works.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
I am scared.
Yeah, this guy. Now, I'm not trying to be mean, but look, I'm just saying, I think, unfortunately, this is a person who does actually have spiritual, demonic issues. And so this person needs to find an exorcist, and I'm not being, that's not a joke. That's a literal, like they need to go immediately and have an Orthodox priest do an exorcism on
I'm
them.
a region reducer, and I'm a genderless dragon. I was born a male. My ears, I have tongue.
So this is a person who used to be a banker and now is identifying as a genderless dragon. I made jokes 10 years ago on Boiler Room, like the jokes that we made today over on Jim Bob's channel, where people would identify as dragons and they would be doing dragon coitus. And here we are. Asrar Poo Poo Fallacy $1. Are you going to come out with Jeff Durbin refutations? Maybe I should. I've never actually watched any Jeff Durbin. We actually reached out and asked him to do a debate a while back, and we never heard back. So, no, I take that back. They did reply, but they said something like Jeff Durbin's debates are scheduled 6 months to a year out, which wasn't much of a reply. So we were like, okay, and then that was it. Tyrannical Rainer $3. Do you remember Tuk Tuk, the white dude who identified as a Filipino woman? No, but he sounds like he would definitely fit in today's pattern of cast of characters for sure. So there is the Therion flag with its occult symbology. I'd be interested to know who created that flag, but this is another level of mind control. Yeah, absolutely. Was there anything else on? So I was going to talk about some Bitcoin stuff, but it's not really going to fit today's show. And I was going to talk about these horrible 2000s bands. So that also doesn't really fit today's show. But we got some more. Thank you guys for those super chats. Oh, I got something I got to remind you guys, right? I mean, look, you guys need to increase your toxic masculinity points. I see a lot of people who are not high on toxic masculinity. So I want you to watch this because I'm going to help you.
I'm gonna put you on something crazy real quick. Most of these Zoomer gym bros are consuming macro-guzzling synthetic dyes and synthetic sweeteners on the daily. They don't even know it. Goofy AF. There's nothing great about that. Do not listen any further unless you are an alpha or sigma male. This is important and there could be consequences. There's a new certified sigma male pre-workout powder for sigmas only. It is guaranteed to empower you to dominate your co-workers, fire your boss, aggressively gamble, or invade a small village. Chad Mode stands out from the crowd by excluding artificial flavors, preservatives, sweeteners, and dyes. We've even avoided so-called natural flavors, which are actually not natural at all, ensuring a clean and effective formula. Experience the pure goodness of Chad Mode, colored with organic blue spirulina extract, organic lemon, cherry, and organic maple crystals. Forget synthetic caffeine made in a sketchy Chinese lab. Embrace the natural power of organic green coffee bean extract, which will get your mind going and pump you up to the max. Chad Mode is made in America with all clean ingredients, the first clean pre-workout of its kind. Why are these people adding synthetic sweeteners to every single pre-workout when there are many studied downsides to consuming nasty fake sucralose? Each dose of Chad Mode contains the kick of a cup and a half of coffee, delivering a surge of energy alongside essential vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and herbal extracts. Chad Mode will allow you to fire your boss and dominate anyone who opposes you. Chad Mode will make you more dominant in your daily life, so proceed with caution. It's as simple as mixing 1 or 2 scoops of our fine powder into water or juice, providing you with a delicious, energizing beverage featuring a burst of sweet organic fruit flavor. Chad Mode will give you the extra edge you desperately crave. Don't miss out. Secure your supply of Chad Mode on TikTok Shop with a limited time massive discount. Elevate your workouts and supercharge your days. Chad Mode, not for your average gym bro zoomer who consumes synthetic blue dyes on the daily. Buy on the TikTok Shop now with a massive discount provided by TikTok for a very limited time. Buy now while this is still available, or go to chalk.com and use code in caption. Chad Mode has been flying off the shelves because it's the first of its kind, certified for alpha males only. Do not buy if you are a beta. We will refund your money. I'm gonna put you on something crazy real quick.
All right, we had a great comedic stream today, and we had a lot of fun. So this will probably go over to our Rockfin because we got pretty sassy today. Anyway, if you missed today's discussion over on Jim Bob, go watch that. Otherwise, we had a lot of